Good morning. Welcome to another Five with Father Parishioner Spotlight. So we have a very special guest here, Allison, and she has something very important to share with us because there's something that we can do to participate in something fantastic. So who are you, and what do you do?
So I am Allison Remy. I am the Joni and Tom Adler Endowed Director of Bereavement Programs at University Hospitals in Cleveland. So what that means is I actually work with any of our families who have had any sort of pregnancy loss, loss of a baby, loss of a child at any age at our children's hospital or at our women's hospital. So it's a pretty unique job.
Mm-hmm. And your title is this long.
It is so long, yes, but I have some very wonderful donors who donated the money for my position to make it possible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And so what do you work with people who have lost a child?
Yes.
Whether it's premature birth or any of that stuff, or
Yes, whether a pregnancy loss at any stage, premature birth, or an infant who passes sometimes for reasons we don't know, and then all the way up through early 20s sometimes.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it kind of just depends on the situation. They're all very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so your position, you try to minister to them and help them cope
Yes.
with their loss.
Yes.
And-
Every family and every story is so different.
Mhm.
So some people, what they need is different than what the other family needs. So it kind of just depends on the day, if they need resources, if they need support, if they need someone to talk to.
Mhm.
So kind of just trying to find ways to link them to people, or sometimes a support group, right? Because it's nice to actually find people who understand a little bit of what you're going through. Yeah. And I know you all have a bereavement support group here.
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
And we try to do the same thing. and
Yeah.
Work with people in their loss.
Yes, because in those moments, the people you're speaking with aren't afraid to talk about your loved one
Yes.
or mention their name. I feel like sometimes people don't want to say a child's name because they don't want to make a parent sad.
Mm-hmm.
The parent's always sad because they've lost their child.
Mm-hmm.
So finding other people that aren't afraid of that, I think, is so important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we get an opportunity by saying their name to let them
Yes.
help tell the story.
Yes.
And that's important also.
Yeah.
And being able to accept what has happened, but also give thanks that that person was brought into their life, even if it was only for a moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's so important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how can we partner with you? How can we help you? How can we be a part of the team?
Yeah, so a couple of different ways. So we're always, looking for anyone who just wants to be supportive. I think, again, the support group is wonderful. Last year, they participated in our Remembrance Walk. Our Remembrance Walk is our annual event where we invite all of our families who have had a loss at any point, and they get to come for free to the Cleveland Zoo. This year it's Saturday, July 19th. We have the zoo to ourselves before it opens.
Okay.
We have a bunch of remembrance activities that we do for parents, for siblings, because often they're kind of left out of things.
Yeah.
So we want to include them as well. So we have a lot of different activities and staff to kind of help run that. A ton of volunteers, because that's what you need to run an event like this.
Right.
We are well over 900 people registered so far.
Wow.
Yes, so a tremendous amount more than last year. Last year we had over 700. And so volunteers to help run it, as well as, any sort of donations to help buy any of the supplies that we need. It also costs us money for each person that comes to the walk. So that way we're not charging families
Correct.
to come.
Okay.
They can come and they can bring whoever they would like to bring. So I have parents where maybe it's just the parent that comes, and then I have parents who they have like an army of support behind them.
Yeah.
I don't want them to have to choose who they can bring and who can come. So this is supposed to be an event where if you want to bring your support people, please bring them. And we're also your support people too, right? Because a lot of these families, we walked with them through their journey. So they know that they can bring up their child, and we will talk about them, and we will use their name. And this year we've added yard signs that we're putting children's names on.
Okay.
And that'll be like throughout the 1 mile route. So after our activities, we're gonna do a remembrance program. We read off every child's name. We have a music therapist that plays a song, and then we do a 1 mile walk around the zoo, and the yard signs are gonna be scattered throughout the course. So it's another opportunity for these families to actually hear and see their child's name, which they don't often get to do.
Right.
So it's really, really special.
That sounds fantastic. So July 19th.
Yes, Saturday, July 19th, very early in the morning. Volunteers get there about 6:15.
Okay.
Families start showing up at 7:30 to register to come in to do the activities, and then our program starts at 9 in the morning. The zoo opens at 10, so we really have this nice chunk of time where it's only us at the zoo. So it's a safe space where people understand where you're coming from.
So say I want to volunteer, how do I do that? How do I get a hold of you, or who do I get a hold of to volunteer?
Yeah, I am the point person, so I can leave my information, my email, my phone number. That is always a great way. So I would say, if you want to volunteer, we'd love to have you. If you want to, donate some items that we use for our remembrance activities, or if anyone wants to sponsor the event, there's still time to do that too.
Okay. So say I can't walk very well or very much. Do you have something for me to do if I volunteer?
Absolutely. So it is so helpful to have people who can actually sit and help with registration, who can sit at the picnic tables in the pavilion and help do activities. We have hundreds of children coming, so we do some tissue paper butterflies and friendship bracelets and sun catchers. So we need people who can help man those stations, to help a kid tie a bracelet together, or to cut out, a sun catcher, or, put some tissue paper into a clothespin to make a butterfly. So anyone that, is willing to help with those things, we are absolutely in need and would love to have people.
So other than helping with registration, helping with crafts, do you have like people that hand out water and things to those who are walking, or some of the other things that might need help
we
with?
do have water station at the beginning of the walk, and then we also have tables where when people are entering, that there'll be people to greet them and show them, please come over to the pavilion. These are the activities we're going to do. I think it can be very overwhelming walking in, seeing that many people, and not knowing what do I do now? How does this work? So we have a whole table of people that can kind of help, like a wayfinder, and bring them over to the pavilion. If someone looks upset, having someone that doesn't mind walking up to someone and helping them.
Okay. So you can use people from like 18 to 180.
Anyone that wants to be there, we want to have them.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So any age. You want to volunteer? Come and help.
Any age.
Bring a family.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we're happy to have them. And then after that, you get all day access to the zoo. Our event ends at 11 a.m. So after that, they're free to go home or to stay and enjoy the zoo for the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's a great offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an early morning, but who doesn't love, going to the zoo?
Yeah. Lots to do.
Yes.
So Saturday, July 19th.
Yes.
6:15.
Yep.
And we need to, if we're going to volunteer, we need to register by.
I would say by July 10th would be helpful, if possible.
All right.
Yeah.
So we have 10 days.
Yes.
lots of volunteer help offering, right? This is what we do. So let's show Allison how great our parish is and be at the zoo on July 19th to help out. 6:15 is a little bit early, but we can do it. There are a lot of people with kids that wake up way before then, so perfect time to take them to the zoo. They can help out and then enjoy the rest of the zoo for the rest of the day. Is there anything else you want to share with us?
Just thank you so much for having me and for considering helping our program. It is truly appreciated by our families. We have families that come year after year, and this might be their one time a year that they really get to talk about their child and share about their child. So I just thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's our spotlight. Thank you, Allison, for joining us, and I'll see you in church.